Top 10 Strongest Characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. Among the ongoing new-gen anime manga, Jujutsu Kaisen is arguably one of the most popular franchises leading the era up front. Whether it's the anime television series or original manga, both are dominating the market with remarkable results. But, what's the special ingredient responsible for its huge success? Probably, the answer lies in its dynamic cast and the strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. From superhuman prowess to immense cursed energy, Jujutsu Kaisen has a plethora of powerful characters who possess extremely rare abilities and skills. And, if not being able to wield curse energy seems pathetic, there are non-curse users like Maki Zenin and Toji Fushiguro who are very skilled in martial arts and are capable enough to defeat even the strongest ones. And, in today's article, we'll take a look at some of the strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen who are the most deadly opponents to meet on the battlefield. So, without any further ado, let's get started. 10. Megumi Fushiguro. Being a member of the powerful anime bloodline comes with great responsibility, and Megumi lives up to his family legacy. Megumi is a first-year student at Jujutsu High and he's already a grade 2 sorcerer, which is quite a feat. As Megumi is a descendant of the Zenin clan, he inherits his line's 10 Shadows technique, which allows him to use shadows to summon 10 Shikigami to fight and devour curses. However, what makes Megumi so formidable is his domain expansion Chimera Shadow Garden and his final Shikigami named General Maharega. Maharega is the most powerful uncontrollable Shikigami, and not a single user of the 10 Shadows technique has ever been able to tame it. In the Shibuya arc, even the likes of Sukuna had a hard time fighting the unleashed Maharega. 9. Nanami Kento. The outward looks of Nanami don't make him stand out as a powerful sorcerer, but eventually, he's one of the strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. Nanami's control over his cursed energy is yet to be matched, and his 2 binding vows, separately called Overtime and Revealing One's Hand, allow him to access even more power to coat his entire body in cursed energy. Nanami's innate curse technique, Ratio, allows him to slice through opponents with his signature blunt blade. This technique divides his target's body into 10 distinct points, then lets him create a weak point at the ratio point of 7:3. Besides, Nanami is also the joint record holder for the most consecutive uses of Black Flash, which is another powerful trick up his sleeve. 8. Mahito. Mahito is a sadistic, immature special grade cursed spirit who enjoys toying with human emotions. He considers himself the very manifestation of humans' hatred of each other, and it can be seen in his personality as well. Other than his annoying nature, Mahito eclipses the power of at least 3 of Sukuna's fingers and possesses an extremely dangerous curse technique. His idol transfiguration grants him the ability to reshape souls. Doing so allows him to disfigure the body of his victims, heal his own wounds, transform his appendages into weapons, and a limitless variety of other possible transformations. Mahito's immense cursed energy combined with his sharp reflexes and intellect make him a formidable opponent against the sorcerers. 7. Toji Fushiguro. In Suguru Geto's wordings, Toji Fushiguro will be classified as a monkey because just like Maki, he's unable to wield cursed energy. But, despite being a non-curse user with no innate talent for Jujutsu, Toji is arguably one of the most elite fighters and strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. With innate physical prowess far superior to others, Toji contended with the most dangerous and highly ranked Jujutsu practitioners this era had to offer. He has effortlessly taken down Gojo and Geto, earning him the title of Sorcerer Killer. Enhanced senses, superhuman physical strength, and speed are some of his standing features. Additionally, his entire fighting style is based around using weapons to substitute for Jujutsu. By using his special grade curse tool, Inverted Spear of Heaven, Toji could nullify even the most powerful sorcerer's abilities. 6. Hajime Kashimo. Hajime Kashimo was recently introduced in the manga, and in such a short time his dominance has placed him on the list of strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. He is one of the strongest sorcerers Kenjaku came across 400 years ago, and Kenjaku considered him only inferior to the likes of Sukuna. Even as an elderly man, Hajime could decimate entire battlefields and leave numerous dismembered corpses in his wake. Being introduced as a culling game player, Hajime quickly dominated the battleground and became the first player to add a new rule. He is an exceptional fighter on all accounts, and this is exemplified by his mastery of martial arts. Rather than depending on his curse technique, Hajime prefers close combat and overwhelms his opponent with flurries of strikes supplemented by electrified cursed energy. 5. Suguru Geto. Assuming that you have watched Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie by now, let's face the reality, which is, Suguru Geto is evil. His ideals are totally contrasting to the Jujutsu world, as for him the only ones who should survive are cursed energy users. He was one of just 4 special grade sorcerers and was deemed the worst of all curse users due to the level of danger he presented to humanity. Geto's innate technique doesn't look like much, but it's actually terrifying. His cursed spirit manipulation lets him not only get rid of spirits plaguing people but also use them for his own benefit. His special attack called Uzumaki combines over 4,000 cursed spirits into one entity, which he used during the climax of his battle with Yuta and Rika, and you'll get to see more in the Shibuya incident arc. 4. Yuta okkotsu. Yuta was the initial protagonist of the Jujutsu Kaisen franchise who got enrolled into Jujutsu High after the Queen of Curses Rika haunted him. Upon enrolling, he was already classified as a special grade sorcerer without any prior experience. Even though Gojo is the strongest sorcerer, Yuta has even more cursed energy than him, and he's considered to surpass him one day as well. Unlike other Jujutsu sorcerers, Yuta channelizes all his cursed energy into a sword and uses it as a weapon. He can copy others' techniques as well by his replication, just like he did in the fight with Geto by copying Inumaki's cursed speech. He also can heal anyone, which makes him more special and dangerous. 3. Kinji Hakari. Kinji Hakari hasn't yet made his debut in the anime, but as an anime-only fan, you would have heard his name a couple of times. Hakari is a third-year student at Tokyo Jujutsu High who is widely recognized as one of the most powerful students alongside Yuta okkotsu. According to Gojo, Hakari and Yuta are the only two potential candidates to rival his power one day. Yuta even believes Hakari is the stronger of the two of them when he's worked up. He is an exceptionally capable hand-to-hand combatant and a very proficient daijutsu specialist. His pachinko-themed domain expansion manipulates probability, allowing him to hit a jackpot and get a temporary bonus of unlimited cursed energy. He is also very adept at reinforcing his physical attacks with cursed energy, letting him deliver devastating blows. 2. Ryomen Sukuna. Ryomen Sukuna is the most powerful cursed spirit in Jujutsu Kaisen. However, the full extent of Sukuna's power is still unknown, but as far as we all know, he's ridiculously strong. The undisputed king of curses is so powerful that his fingers alone contain an equal fraction of his power, and even with that limited power, he can easily defeat special grade curses. Sukuna's cursed energy is similar to Satoru Gojo in its immensity but different in its overwhelmingly evil nature. He can also use a reverse curse technique in order to regenerate lost limbs in an instant. Adding more to it, his domain expansion Malevolent Shrine allows him to attack anything within 200 meters, which causes serious destruction on the battlefield. 1. Satoru Gojo. Satoru Gojo, the handsome and stylish guy, is a special grade Jujutsu sorcerer and a teacher at Jujutsu High. In the history of the sorcery world, Gojo is recognized as the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer ever existed and is invincible in terms of strength power. Simply put, Gojo is one of the few anime characters who are impossible to kill, as his enemies hardly get the chance to even touch him. Gojo acquires numerous abilities which include limitless cursed energy, infinity, hollow purple, and unlimited void, but the most notable one is his 6 eyes. The 6 eyes allows Gojo to utilize his limitless techniques to their full extent. By using his eyes to redefine reality, Gojo can distort time and space within the confines of a pocket universe. Gojo controls these godlike abilities skillfully, which makes him one of the extremely strongest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen.